It's becoming clearer that there's something of great value in the north that is more valuable than gold mines and crude oil reserves combined. This seems to be what most parties are vying for in the north. Do not forget, I remain Onyebichi Madabu, the financial guru. In case you've not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications so that future episodes can come to you quite readily. Now let's hop into the details. A few years ago, before banditry became more intense and the insurgency got to its climax, Major Hamza Al-Mustafa, who was the chief security officer of the late General Abacha, said something that was very striking. He said, there is a metal that has been discovered somewhere in Borno state whose value is very great. Now, this metal is such that 1 gram of it is worth about 40 billion naira. 40 billion naira for 1 gram of it. A cup of rice is about 200 grams. So imagine dividing a cup of rice into 200. You may just have about 30-40 grains. This 30-40 grains is saying that it is as valuable as 40 billion naira. That means by the time you get a bag of pure water of it, you may be talking about what we make from oil in a year. I want to put it clearly to you that there is no major conflict region in the north that does not have a major natural resource or mineral deposited in it. This makes it likely that this is what they are going for. Now, let's look at the economic implications of this on Nigeria. It's established, one of the young men that was captured in the places told the military a story that where they are, they have gold mines. Now, these gold mines is such that when they explore and get the gold, they sell it to most times people call names of countries, but the way these things operate is that it is non-state actors that buy it from them. They sell it to these people who may be proxies of countries, but primarily, like I said, they are non-state actors, and they are given weapons in exchange for them. That's terrible. They are not paid in naira and kobo. They are not paid in dollars. They are paid in weapons. So what's the idea? Use these weapons and go into criminal activities and then make money. So you see why abductions, kidnappings, banditry, and the rest of them are taking place. So they give them weapons to now use and make money from their own people. This deepens the conflict and makes sure that there is no end to it. That's why some people are saying that if America is coming in, even if they're interested in the mineral deposits, if they are going to do it on a contractual basis, it's still better than what we have, because it's not likely that they're going to be giving you weapons in exchange for that. All this I do not know and cannot stand it for it. But we know the situation with Francophone countries. Now, they had an arrangement with the French, but this was a secret arrangement that the France will be the only country that will buy the mineral deposits that are mined from them. And they buy them at much lower rate than the international market rates. When they buy this, the money is deposited in banks in France. The country can only access 5% of the money. So if you sell $20 billion in a year, the country can only get $1 billion to use. The remaining $19 billion will be kept in banks in France, that the country will have to borrow at an interest rate to access that money. This money will be with them for decades, and it has continued that way. So you can imagine such a horrible arrangement. But I know that what we have in Nigeria is worse than that. The government needs to do something to save us from this, because you are enriching rogue nations. You are enriching non-state actors whose only interest is to instigate conflict in places where they find these resources. You see that what Nigeria is losing from revenue is far more than what we know in oil. Because I'm telling you that several bags, of pure water equivalent in quantity of this element named californium 252, which Mustafa claims that Nigeria has. We give you more money than what we are receiving from crude oil. It's not the only thing that we have there. There are tens of other such valuable things that are there in the north. I also believe that if you check all around Nigeria, you still find it. I don't want us to get into comparison north south. That's quite unnecessary. But the truth is that there is economic interest in all that is happening at this point, and Nigeria needs to wake up. Our government needs to become more responsive. We don't need to leave these things in the hands of ex-forcemen, which is the reality that we have at hand. Some of them maybe are claimed to be the people who are actually in charge of these mines. And in exchange, what do they receive? Guns to instigate conflict. So this also needs to be addressed. The government should wake up to address it. We don't need external bodies to address it, but when that becomes necessary, fine and good. So you can see what is actually happening in our country. Do not forget, always stay with us on this channel. There is a lot to learn, and hope to see you once again. Thank you.